Generic greetings and welcome to Preview plus Reassembly. This is a top-down space shooter and building game. The idea is that you have a little ship in a procedurally generated galaxy and you have a little stroll around, find other ships, and they could be nice and friendly and good and help you repair you and things like that. Or they could be hostile. If you blow up the hostiles, you get some credits and then you can trade that in for more parts and build a bigger and better ship and continue on and on and on and on. Up until, I actually don't know because I've only played about an hour and a half of the game so far, so I have no idea what the end game is, but either way I thought I would show you a little bit of it. As I said, only played about an hour and a half though, so it is definitely a first impressions, not a review and all of that. Let's just click start and we'll go on to my save slot there. I've actually done two save slots. The first one I just did the basic sort of tutorial thing, and then the second one I thought I would build my ship. So this is Excalibur. I know it's a bit sort of phonetic, if that's a word, but it's Excalibur, my favourite spaceship. It's actually from Babylon 5 Crusade, which pretty much nobody ever watched, but I really like the ship. It's also got a big cannon on the front. There you go there. The idea, as I said, is that this is all procedurally generated. This is one of the space stations that I came over to and actually reactivated, and you can see it will actually change and grow. You'll see different parts being added. Now I need to there's some more parts and stuff getting added. You can see it's got all guns on it and such. The problem with this ship at the moment is that I've put the thrusters on a 45-degree angle, so when it tries to turn, it actually pushes it forward, which is not good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change that. I'm going to press number 3 and I'm going to edit my ship. So there it is up the top there. We can click on that and then we can build the ship. So there it is. I'm going to rip these thrusters off like so. We can clicky draggy draggy. We can just delete them. We can just click on any part and you can delete them. Honestly, the ship building in this is one of the easiest things I've ever done. It is really intuitive, really easy to learn, and just generally good fun. And also, because the parts are universal, they are generic, they are like Lego, you can build pretty much whatever you can imagine in your head. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to rip these things off here, so I'll rip them off there. Then what I want to do is just expand it outwards, because currently not big enough for my liking, so actually we don't need that thruster there either. So we're going to put on a little bit more hull. So basically you can click parts from the right hand side there. You can spin them around by holding onto the green bits, and then you can actually hold Alt and scroll wheel and actually make the parts bigger as well, which is pretty funky. I'm going to probably delete that part there and then just add it in. I can't really add it in there, but what I could do is press M, which mirrors the part, and then spin it round like so, which then makes a bit of a flat, which I don't like, but we'll get rid of that. What else can we do? We could probably spin that round, increase that in size, and maybe even continue on like that. Delete that bit there. We want it to connect up like a straight piece there, so what we need to is delete these bits here. We'll pretty much be redesigning the entire back end. There's nothing wrong with this front section. They're actually containers, you see. That's resource storage. When you kill stuff, you need to you get R, which are like resources and things like that, and then you can trade that in and whatnot. If you actually go to help, no, not help here, but that's one thing as well. There's help all through this game. Pretty much at any point you can just go help and it'll tell you in very, very simple couple of lines, this is what you need to do, and it's generally quite accurate. That's a railgun on the front there, which is quite funky. I've got some containers which store stuff, and we've got some point defense cannons which shoot things when they get near. You don't want to get near this ship. It is quite good for shooting stuff. Let's just make this. There we go. That's a bit bigger. That's what I was aiming for. So I'm going to have to probably delete them bits there. I can click and drag them. I can copy, control copy, and then paste it, and then mirror it, and then click it on there. It is that simple, which is why I like that. We can delete them bits there. I might even put an autocannon on. You can't increase the size of the autocannon. Can you increase the size of a generator? You cannot. We can delete that. If you want different parts, you can go to upgrade, and you get a big list of the data bank of parts. I don't know if there's more to find in the game, but it's all there. There seems to be points here. There's a factory, which would be quite good. There's a harvester. You have to decrypt the parts, so collects our collection range booster, so it increases the distance where I can collect stuff. That's cost 1,000 for a plasma cannon. That's oh, not sure how many credits it is. Yeah, you've got R, which is raw resources created by plants and dropped by destroyed ships. There's these weird plants that grow on things which are a bit weird. They're like I don't know whether they are supposed to be like nice friendly plants or diseasey things. Either way, you can shoot them and get resources. When you take them resources to a nice faction's ship, you can, or a space station, you trade that into credits, and then you can use credits to build things. So there's a laser, an inexpensive short-range laser, deadly in quantity. There's a bigger generator. There's a bigger thruster. Do you want a bigger thruster? I haven't got enough C. Yeah, that's a shame. Haven't got enough C. What else can I get? I don't think there's anything I can get. I don't have enough C for any of these parts. That's a shame. Obviously, you can only have, by the look of it, a certain number of parts there. Let's just go back to our... let's just close that one. We're going to go back to building. So... Let's continue on. We could have another railgun in there. Do we really want another railgun? I could put more railguns down here like that and just add them on. Although I have a feeling it's not going to work so well because I do need... No, you know what? I don't like that. I like just that there. That'll do me quite nicely. We'll delete that part. So we'll continue building. Obviously, I've got hull pieces there. I like the idea of a missile launcher, but it's probably not going to work out too well. Let's just get a couple of... what shall I try and do? I could make it a little bit longer. Delete that part there. Click on that. Expand it a bit so it's about that size. Not the size I wanted it really. I wanted it to be a bit different. But I guess if I put it there, copy it, paste it again, put it there. I will put my... What are they? Then the generators that I've got. They're the generators. I want to put my generators there and then there. And I want to put another couple of hull pieces in like so. That basically protects the generators and so forth, which is all good. We could then put in some more hull pieces, expand that. You know what, if we just delete these pieces there and just have basically a big chunky hull section at the... Oh, that's got all wrong. Yeah, let's just change that, just fix that. Oh my good grief, that's broken the whole thing. There we go, it's connected to that one. Okay, fine. Oops, that's broke that one. Let's connect up another hull piece like so. Oh, it can grow quite large. Yeah, the ships can grow quite big. I've seen a couple of them which are very big. Let's connect that to there, connect that to there, and then we need to obviously make it look a bit better. So we'll put that like that. I mean, to make it better, we would just delete it. You understand, because it's you know, it's not really good at the moment. Thruster. We could have some massive thrusters on the back there. Oh, I'm liking the look at that. Yeah, that's looking good. Right. And then we want some more thrusters. We want them on the inside, you see. That's not a thruster, that's a container. On the inside, so when we turn it, we'll actually spin it round. But our forward movement is quite good. Backwards, we don't really have any. That should do the job quite nicely, but we are missing the shooting wings that I had on this side. So if I just get that piece there, we'll just increase it in size, and that looks about right. We'll copy that, put it down the bottom, and then we will probably put some plasma injectors on the bottom, which I don't know why, but they look pretty funky. There we go, and I'm almost getting there. Is that about right? It is about right. Let's just clicky and then move that around. Just rotate it back to about right. 39 blocks selected. Mass is 670 odd. Health is not too bad. We've used 277 of our maximum 330 power points. So we can have more things on this if we really wanted to. So when in doubt, I always go for a bit of the old point defense. Point defense just seems to help out a little bit. So instead of that, what I'll do instead is I will actually put that part on like that. And we got some aft point defense now. That obviously will automatically shoot stuff when it gets there. So there we go. Is that a railgun I've just put on? No, defense cannon and defense cannon. Yep, that's fine. And then we could put another defense cannon in. How are we going to put that? Would that fit in that corner? It would fit in that corner. Surely if that goes in there. No, it's not going to fit in that corner. Although it doesn't look too bad. Oh, I like that. That's made some nice shapes. Like I said, because it's all the parts are very universal, they do seem to snap together and look quite good. Yes, right. More point defense. Don't get close to this because you're going to get destroyed. Let's put a bit more hull there to protect the generators. And we could even put another thruster there if we really wanted to, but I'm not a big fan of it. That triangle, as far as I'm aware, is my center of mass. So that's like where I'll be spinning about on. We could put, see, at the moment I've got these rapid fire plasma weapon. Let's look at that. That's going to there. It's actually quite a long range by the look of it. And then we've got my railgun, which is a very, very long range gun. What else could we have? We've got enough containers, that's fine. I don't know about my... if we could put more point defense on this. I mean, we could do, but I think it would be a little bit over the top. We could put point defense there. You know what? I don't think we... Do we really need more point defense? I love point defense because one of the things I'm still not sold on yet, I think is the best way to describe it, is that the game is very, very hectic, very fast-paced. I don't know whether I'm a big fan of that or not. Let's just save that, and there you go. There's the Excalibur, my ship. These other ones are interceptors. There's double interceptors, actually, because I saved the wrong part. These are all ones that you just get with the game. I haven't made these. There's a shuriken that just spins around. You can actually, by the look of it, get a factory. And I don't know whether you can have, like, different, like, ships, or you can, it says play fleet control. I don't know if you can actually have a fleet. Who knows? You can go to binding. And it shows you, again, what all stuff's like connected to, and you can easily just say, actually, I want that on my right mouse button. No, everything on the left. And obviously the rest is on point defense, so it'll fire it automatic stuff. Yeah, it'll automatically fire its stuff. That's good. What else do we need to do? Fleet, no. Oh yes, you can go to profile, you can put your name in there, as well as change your overall colours. So you can say, for example, I want white and... I don't know, say... Well, mine's white. My sort of colour scheme on the channel is sort of white and grey, isn't it? Well, it's black and grey, but... We'll do that, just so it's a bit lighter. There we go, and obviously changes the UI as well. You can go to map, and you can see this is the map there. That's a, what, it's a waypoint? Oh, you can select a waypoint, but that's a wormhole. Don't know where that goes, might go to there. That is an agent. Agents are designed by other players and are typically formidable opponents, so I don't know what they're going to be like. This is the only bit I've explored so far. I did actually explore a lot further in my other save, but I then, I basically started again, because I thought it would give... I basically went in one direction and went, whee, and you can see it's all different colours to show, like, well, who controls it. So currently these two bits here are not controlled by me, so I think we need to resolve that thing. So let's close that, and my ship will rebuild itself. You can see all of these colours have changed now, because these are classed as like my friends. If they're in the same colour scheme as me, then it's all good. There we go. There's some horrible parts there. Let's just take that out. Whoa, look at that. Let's harvest that thing. There we go. And you can see that oh, actually that's another one of me. Look at that. Oh, they've got another Excalibur, but it's the basic Excalibur, not my awesome Excalibur. Right, let me just quickly look on the map. We need to go up this way. And you see there's lots of plants. There's the plants, the horrible plants. I don't know whether, like I say, this is supposed to be bad stuff or not, but either way, I'm going to take this stuff out. There we go. And, oh, we need to capture this thing to reactivate it. So let's just reactivate it. We'll go near. Is it already activated? Oh, it is already activated. Okay, that's fine. Do we actually control this thing? It looks like we do. We need to go further to our right. We could, as I said, just start harvesting these plants here. There you go. And what that's doing is giving me... God, every time I fire, it actually slows the ship down. But that's a lot of firepower on this thing. I must confess, this doesn't really turn very well anymore, but it didn't really turn very well to begin with. It did have a good... It's got good forward speed, though. Oh, God, that's going to crash. Turn! There we go. Right, okay, let's keep heading down. So, there's apparently a bit that I don't control, which is over here. Can't get the map anywhere. Almost in it now. Come on. Are we there? Ah, there we go. These, you can see, look, orange. Orange guy, how dare you. Don't get close to this ship. Do not get close to this ship, because there you go. There's all the point defense kicking off. That's a lot of point defense. Whoa, look at that ship. I thought mine was big. Nope, that's a lot bigger than mine. Right, let's just turn around there. As I said, one of the things I'm not sold on yet is like the pace of the game. It seems to be very, very, very fast paced, and that's depends on what you like, doesn't it? I guess, but I think it's a little bit slower. Slow the pace. Right, there should be some more enemies around here somewhere, but I can't see them. I really can't see them. You can also see that I'm mousing over there, that's actually getting taken by someone else. So I'm not going to have that. I'm not having that at all. We're going to go and take it back. There's some more sort of weird thing. God, look how big that space station is. That's fairly massive. That's fairly big. There we go. I really do like that all of these parts are obviously all made. They're all individually made and stuff. Oh, it looks like I'm getting bits of falling off my ship because of the rubble I've crashed into. Oh god, it just turns. It's horrible, this turning this thing. Placement of thrusters and stuff is of the utmost importance. Right, should we just explore up? We could just explore up and see what we can find. No, this is still getting taken by something. Still some problem over here. Still some enemy incursion, I think. Not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. So explored new sectors. So I'm basically exploring new sectors now and finding different things. See, I know where there's enemies, but I don't really want to go over there. All right, then let's go over there. Should we go and kill something? Yeah, let's do that. I might die. I'll just point that out now. This ship is not that big, and it's not that great either. As I said, it's not great for turning. You can actually alter your control scheme. Currently, it's basically AWS and D to control the thrusters. And let's just shoot all these on the way past because I might as well. There we go. Yeah, AWS and D to control, but you can press R and you can say keyboard rotate ship. There you go. And it's just basically mouse to fire. That's not too bad. And then you can go absolute controls, which is, yeah, it's really, really difficult to control. I prefer... Good grief, what the hell was that? I think I don't know what control scheme I prefer, but that little thing is not getting away. There's no way that's getting away at all. Let's go to cursor controls. Cursor rotate ship. So, here's some enemies over here. Looks like they're shooting each other because they're different colours. I'm going to turn up, and then my point defence is going to kick off. And, yeah, they don't last long, do they? Good grief. Right, there's another ship there. Let's find my main cannon. Oh, that missed. Come on, come on. Nearly, nearly. Oh, that was close. See, I've got a railgun on the front that, yeah, it really does wreck them. Oh, what a shot. Perfect. And obviously we're going to get the parts as well. There we go. That's some of our energy as well. And we need to head down here. So this is controlled by enemies, you see. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stand off here and pretty much just blast it from long range. Looks like they've got... They don't have shields because they don't think there's shields in the game. But, yeah, that guy didn't last long at all, did he? There you go. Looks like they're around here. This is like proper enemy territory now. Full-on enemy territory. Way, there he is. He's getting close. I could die as well, which is something that I don't really want to do. If you die, then you do respawn at like the closest point, I guess. So this is proper enemy territory. Let's see if we can take over this station, because then we'll get a respawn point. So let's just quickly charge in, and obviously we need to take these things out. So we're getting closer, we're getting closer. They're not really liking me being here, but my point defense is taking them out beautifully. And there we go. This is now my station. Fantastic. Right, let's just take out that guy there. Big cannon shot. Go. That guy's really tough to take out. I really like this point defense. It's a bit lazy. That's why I like it. You can just sort of drive towards the ship and watch the point defense go. There we go. Obviously, can't speak of the balance. Can't speak on the balance of the game because I've only played about an hour and a half. But yeah, still, that seems to be quite effective. Although, because they are the shots, the actual muzzle velocity of the shots is quite low. Unless they're really close to you, you don't really do. You can't really get a lot. You don't really get like a fairly big. Oh, God, look at the guns that it's starting to pile on itself. Look, it's building guns. There you go. Some more point defenses, more stuff. It's just adding and adding and adding. Fantastic. But yeah, the hell's that? Is that like one thruster or something? I don't know. There's just parts all over the place. Yeah, what the actual arse was that? Whoa, that's a big laser thing that's shooting me. So I'm going to take this thing out. I'm not having that. I'm trying to rebuild the front of my ship. What the hell is it hitting me with? Oh, I'm about to crash into some... Yeah, to some of them trees there. I've been destroyed, so what happens is we respawn over there. And it is the same ship as you have. You do have to, I believe you have to do you have to spend a bit of money to redeploy? I think you might have to. I'm just going to go back to get my energy, you see, because, well, there was a bit of energy there. And I'm just going to wait for my... I'm going to wait for my ship to shoot all this, and then I'm just going to leg it. Bye! I'm just going to run back and see if I can actually upgrade my ship. But you can see how colourful the game is, and I do like that. I mean, obviously, if I wasn't just so... What the hell is all that? It's flinging like little drones out by the look of it. I think that's what they are. I think they're drones, you know. What I'm going to do, I'm going to press 3. I'm going to do a bit of the old designing here. We'll go to upgrade, and I can say get a thruster and get all of that. All of that there. What's these different things? Mine layer? Good grief, rocket launcher, drone launcher. It is a drone launcher. I'm going to get one of them. That sounds funky. There we go. We'll unlock that. What else do we want? We could get a harvester, which increases pickup range. Do you want that one? Yeah, we'll go for that one there. You can also increase your P, which is the ship power points, like how much you can basically have. I did want to get a factory, but they're really, really expensive. So, yeah, it doesn't look like I'm going to get that one. Yeah, if I got a profile, for example, and change it to, like, say, a bit brighter colours, it'll be a lot easier to see. So then the other one, that one, and let's go for the Iron Man colour scheme. Somewhat like that, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. I'm sure people will be like, no, that's nothing like it. Well, it is, isn't it? Be honest with yourself. Right. We could put a harvester on that. That'll increase our... If I just delete that, then I put that to there. That connects it all together. And then same to that one there. That'll increase the range of me harvesting stuff. Warning, we need additional P. So I can delete that bit and put in a generator. There's a generator. Oh, no, I do need more. I do need more. If I go to upgrade, I do need more P, don't I? Let's just generally buy some more. There we are. So we'll put another bit of hull at the back, and then I do want a drone launcher. Where do I want a drone launcher? I think maybe if we get rid of... I was going to say get rid of the point defense, but I really like the point defense. The point defense is cool. Probably Do you reckon I could put drone launchers like that? Oh no, you can see how it's going to actually place the thing. So if I put it like that, it will actually launch the drone out the side like that and go and fire out. That's pretty funky. I do like that. However, if I delete these ones on the back like that and spin it round, you see. Can I increase the size of that thing? We cannot. But if I put them like that, alright, we can actually launch drones out the back, and then that'll be cool. So there we go. And we will exit that, save the design, and then there's Excalibur there, which sadly hasn't changed colour. But, oh my good grief! That's not right. Part of the bits, most of it's just sort of fallen off. That's not good. Oh yeah, it flings them off to then rebuild. Come on. Come on. Oh, look at that. Look at it's a lot more colourful now. Right, one thing I forgot to check actually is how do we actually launch that thing? Let's go to binding. It'll be right mouse to actually launch my drones. Okay, so I'm going to go forward. Launch drones. There they go. Look, they pop off the side. Yes! I've got drone launches now. That's sweet. Okay, right, let's just head off. Where do we want to go to? Should we go to a fairly distant land? There one. We'll go to that one there. Okay. So we're going to head over here. I'm getting shot to pieces as we go, but that's fine. Well, it's not fine, but, you know, what else can I do about it? See, actually, it's loads of drones versus me by the look of it. And there's a fairly big ship at the front there. It looks like they have got shields. Yeah, they've definitely got shields. I haven't got shields. I'm also losing parts left, right, and center. This isn't good. I'm going to fire my drones off, and I'm going to head back. I'm sorry, I can't head to where I was going. Keep firing, keep launching. Go back home, go back home. This is right in the heart of enemy territory now, so this is not all good. Let's just spin that round and go to number 3. So, if I click that, will it actually redesign the colour? It'll change the colour, yeah, there we go. I could. What else can I do? See, I just want to I want to make it bigger, stronger, faster, better. Obviously, you can export your ship as well, and it'll save it as a file so you can load it up and stuff, or send it to other people. What else do I want to do, really? I could put the thrusters there, and that actually give me a bit more of the old, like, left-righty ability. The left-righty ability. That's words. It is words. It's just stupid words. Could put a railgun at the back? No. Well, I could. Another drone launcher, maybe. No, I don't have the points, I don't think. No, warning, require additional P. I need more P. So I guess that'll have to be it. We'll have to enter that, save that, and... yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can really do. Look at that. There's a mini freight. It's actually a freighter. Yeah. Look at that. That actually is a much better colour scheme, isn't it? When you have it like bright colours. Good grief. It also still likes to push itself in other directions. It's because the thing that's pushing itself around. The thing that's pushing the whole vehicle around is the point defense. Because they've got a bit of kick, you'll see it will actually push me about, which is not overly great. I really like the way it looks. When I saw the screenshots, I thought, oh yeah, I can see what they've gone there. Oh, look, there's another one of me. Hi, guy. I thought, oh yeah, it looks a bit basic, you know, but that's fine. It's maybe a bit too colourful for my liking. But after playing it and playing around with the parts, I actually really like it. I like the fact that it is basically vector graphics, and it's very easy to look at and go, yeah, I can see what they've done there. Yeah, it's very easy to understand and such, and has its own little charm. Let's just take out these. Looks like there's some points to pick up there. Yeah, and because my harvesters are actually quite long range, I'm going to start firing off my drones, and we're going to start harvesting over here. Good grief. But yeah, basically this for the most part is what I've been doing, and I haven't, as I said, oh my good grief, that is starting to get a bit chaotic now. I'm losing parts left, right, and centre. I'm trying to rebuild them. It does like slowly rebuild the parts as far as I can tell. Or does it rebuild the parts if I'm not around a station? I don't know. I'm going to run away. Run away! Yeah, it does start rebuild the parts, as you can see. There we go. They're actually starting putting lines on there, but I'm just going to run back to here because there's far too many of these little horrible drone things. Yeah, as I said, I don't know what the overall long-term goal is, but honestly, I don't particularly care because it's really fun just building spaceships and flying around shooting stuff. Obviously, the building part is the bit I'm most interested in, the fact that you can build pretty much anything you can imagine because it is all just universal shapes, and then, you know, you can build whatever. Oh, there's another one of the old ones, look. Oh. But yeah, so far, I'm really enjoying Reassembly. I really am enjoying Reassembly, just building different ships and such. I haven't built a lot. I've basically iterated. I haven't like went, oh, I'm going to start from scratch. I haven't tried out. I haven't got things like the factory. Obviously, there's certain parts I haven't unlocked. But yeah, I like the fact that the world is randomly generated and that it changes. It does feel like it is evolving and it does change a lot. And the fact that the parts on these things they do add different weapons and parts and it all, it is a living like. It does feel like it's a living sort of system. It's not just like a static, oh yeah, there's a spaceship, there's a station, whatever. But as you can see, I've only done this little bit here. There's all of that to explore. So, yeah, who knows, really, who knows? Either way, I think that's all I'm going to show you of Reassembly because that's pretty much all I've played myself. From what I've played, it's good. I like it. Can't speak, as I said, for any more than that because it is a first impressions after all. But if this looks like it might be something for you, then links are in the description so you can check it out yourself. I believe it's quite cheap, about 10 quid, whatever your regional equivalent is and stuff. Like I said, links in the description so you can check it out. But yeah, it seems fun, it's different, and you can build your own spaceships. What more is there to want, really? Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.